Don't hold me.
Don't hold you?
No.
Okay.
My name is Mike Banks. I live with my wife, Heather Banks, in Austin, Texas, in the neighborhood of Allendale.
It's an older neighborhood. It's kind of in transition, so there's a lot of young families moving in, and we really like it because we have our daughter Zoe, she's 6 years old, and Cash, she is almost 3.
It's my blue taco ball.
Our house was built in 1961. When we found it, everything needed to be done. It had linoleum flooring, original tiny little kitchen that was dark wood, Formica countertops. It was very compartmentalized because there were a lot of walls where there aren't walls now.
We've definitely thought a lot about flow, the functionality of it.
How are we going to make the space work with the kids and with being able to kind of see them and be with them all kind of in the same area?
By, taking down the walls and opening the space up a little bit, not much escapes our eyes.
My daughter really loves to cook with me, so we were like spending time in the kitchen area. I just wanted it to be functional and pretty at the same time.
I really love the layout of the kitchen, really love the wall of walnut cabinets that we have on the back side there, the wood with the stainless steel. I think it all ties together really quite nicely.
In addition to that, all of the other little custom
The planning that went into designing that area really came along with the purchase of that banquette that we have in the breakfast area.
I think it had been in an old Austin bar for a long time, so it smelled like smoke, and it was old red vinyl and it was torn. We used really high quality marine grade vinyl to redo it.
It's an area where when I come home, we all kind of gather around that area. Heather may be preparing dinner and I'm working with Zoe on her homework, or we're just hanging out and talking. It's kind of the focus of the home. It's where the heartbeat kind of is.
Where's the yellow?
I can't say enough about how happy I am the wood natural edge rainfall bar top came out.
This bar top is one of my favorite things about the kitchen area. We carted this wood around with us for, I don't know, maybe 5 years. One of the original pictures that I saw of a wood raw edge bar tops was on Houzz. I think I saved it to my idea book, and that was years before we started this remodel. So we ended up making that work. It's one of my favorite things about the house. And then the lanterns, I saw them and I thought they were really cool. They had a really nice patina on them. We found a local lighting store. We brought them in and said, hey, can you make these into pendant lights? And they did a great job. They kind of have all the original features on them still. And now people walk in and they'd always comment on those cool lights and how did you do that? The other thing that we get a lot of compliments on are the mid-century screens that we put into the wall that separates the dining room and the hallway. I love that feature because it filters a little bit of natural light into the hallway, which is really dark normally. These screens were something that we found at a warehouse sale, and I had seen pictures on Houzz of these screens used in other houses, and I knew that we wanted to use them someplace in the house, and we found the perfect spot. They also just kind of make a cool decorative accent, and they kind of had a mid-century vibe. The railing on the staircase was another thing that my husband kind of came up with and implemented himself.
The staircase railing was my project. Obviously, everything has to be approved by the project manager. And, but we didn't want to just have the typical handrail coming down. And originally, was your standard half banister. We tore that out real early on. We also tore out the original carpet that was in here, and then we found these original oak. Okay, that's nice. Mom's right there.
Okay, I got it.
So we found these oak treads were under here, and we were able to just sand them and stain them with the gray stain. And then we put the penny round tile for the risers to make it a real nice cohesive flow with the rest of the house.
We were looking for kind of unique and clever solutions because we were limited on the amount of space we had. Using Houzz during the remodel was a lot of inspiration, getting ideas. There was unusable space underneath the stairs, and we decided to open it up from this other side and convert it into an office desk area for my daughter to use for doing her homework. And it's just really a useful space for her now because we can all be hanging out and she can feel like she's with us, but she can still have her own little private space.
We've created little points for the kids to be able to escape.
Both of the kids' rooms upstairs, there are dormers that stick out from the house, and I just think it's a cute little feature. And they love kind of hanging out in that little nook.
They can kind of just absorb themselves with whatever they want to do there.
One of the biggest dilemmas that we had during the remodel was trying to figure out a way we can incorporate more closet space. And then the other challenge was finding a way that I could have an office space since I work from home. In order to do that, we decided to take away one of the bedrooms and split it in half, basically. And half of the bedroom is our master closet now, and the other half of the bedroom is my kind of compact office space. Their living room space is pretty basic, apart from the fact that we had to steal from the garage to make the living room work.
Our coffee table is a pretty solid chunk of wood. It's definitely oversized for the space. It's one of my favorite pieces of furniture.
We took about a 10 by 10, 100 square foot space and blew out those walls of the garage and laid a new slab.
I refuse to absolutely ever let it go. One, because I really like how it looks, and two, because it weighs about, 500 pounds.
Cupcake.
What makes this house really feel like it's ours is that it really is ours. We started with this shell of a home, and we completely turned the inside out and made it our space.
We've kind of adjusted as we've gone along with making everything work with the kids and trying to make the space as functional as possible but still look like somewhere we'd want to live. I like the openness and being able to see everything that's going on. And then I just like the playfulness of it. It makes me happy, and I think it makes the kids and everybody who lives here happy too.